Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another home update. This is my November home update and I really enjoyed the last one in October where you guys gave me a bunch of your opinions on some of the things that I was doing in the house, and I actually took some of those things into consideration, so we're going to address those a little bit throughout the video. I also have some updates in the living room and in this breakfast nook here in the kitchen. I want to show you the light that I put up in the guest room, and there's a few other things. So let's jump into it and let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, I got the correct color of Roman shades from 2 pages. It was an accident and these came very quickly after, but not in time to put in my makeover. So here they are. I really love them a lot, and I originally had planned to bring these in because I wanted to bring in all that dark wood that's in the living room and the dining room into the breakfast nook. Considering it's really bright and colorful in here, I thought that maybe this would actually ground it a bit more. So as you can see, these are very easy to open and close, and I really like them a lot. And I also kind of liked the other Roman shades. I got used to them. I really liked the stripe on them, but I didn't really like the jute material, and they kind of just felt like a little bit too beachy or something. So I do want your opinion on what you guys think. Should I keep the brown ones up or should I keep the striped ones? I don't know. Right now I'm really liking this though, because as you can see that it really helps balance out the dark wood that's in all 3 of these rooms that are connected. And then this big window right here, right in front of the breakfast nook door here, I also changed out the Roman shades that were on here already from the landlord. They were just like, you know, regular white slatted ones. And I have the same ones that are now in the breakfast nook. And I really love this a lot. This is kind of what I originally had envisioned, but it just took some time to get here. And I think it just kind of finally finishes off this whole entire space. It all looks really cohesive. Yeah, I absolutely love these. Like I said, I think they're super easy to use. I would definitely encourage you guys to check these out if you need some. They actually did, it's not sponsored at all, give me a code where you can get 17% off. So if you wanted to put in my code, I think LK, I'll put everything down in the description below. You can get some of these for yourself. They also have swatches that you can order as well, and their customer service was really, really nice and super helpful. So I just wanted to let you know that this is a really great option, especially for renters. Like, I don't even know why landlords aren't installing something like this, because it's affordable and easy and it looks a lot better, and it probably is the same price as buying those other white ones that existed here. Okay, so the lighting is kind of crazy because I have a white table that's reflecting a bunch of sunshine outside, but we're in the kitchen and I wanted to show you these really cute dish towels I picked up at Target a while back. I'm going to use these for my kitchen makeover eventually. I'm going to try to bring all those colors that are in the breakfast nook into the kitchen, and I loved the green and the blue on here, and just the texture of these is really nice. These are from the Hearth and Hand with Magnolia collection at Target, so I thought that those were super great. And then I had this little like rug right in front of the sink. It's this like red one that kind of looks like a Persian rug, and it's also from Target, and I didn't really love just the way that it looked. It kind of looked cheap. So I picked up this black and cream plaid one that I really like because I think the pattern is really great and it's neutral. I have a lot of like black on my appliances here in the kitchen, so I also think black is a neutral color. If I could find like a brown or a coppery one, I probably would prefer that. But for now, this looks nice. It's a little bit of an upgrade. I don't know if I'm going to keep it for the future, but I like it a lot better than the red one. And the only problem so far is that obviously because it's a dark colored rug, it's showing like every little crumb. So I don't think it's going to be a long-term solution, but I do kind of feel like it's a little bit more cozy for like the winter season. I just wanted to show you guys those 2 things because I thought that they were pretty cute. And then I have another random Target pickup that I wanted to share with you. It's this cute little pillow on the chair here in the dining room, and I really love it. I think it's just kind of natural and it adds something to the chair. And I really like having this chair here. We end up putting our mail or our packages on here if we're just like needing to get to it and we haven't gotten to it yet, or it's just like extra seating for the table right here. So that's been kind of nice. And then on the table here, I've just got these 2 candlesticks, as you probably saw, and these 2 little containers that I found from like a vintage Etsy Etsy shop for like maybe $15, something to put like sugar or condiments in. They're made out of plastic. So I thought that these were great and they totally match this little tray that I have. And then I've been loving this candle so much. It really does smell kind of Christmassy. It's from the National Park Collection. It's supposed to smell like wild fig, ginger, citrus, and earth. And it really does kind of have like a nice Christmassy, earthy smell. It's very, very different. And then right out the front door here, and just on the other side of this mailbox up above right there is our sconce for the little porch outside. And I changed out the light bulb with this one that I found on Amazon that's kind of got this like fiery, flickery kind of effect to it, which just makes it so much more interesting than just a regular light bulb. And it kind of looks like one of those old sconces on an old building that actually had real candles in it. And I like it. I think it just looks cool from the street. And I think it's just like a fun little find I wanted to share with you guys. Also, a super basic update is I had this cutting board hanging behind the breakfast nook door, but I felt like it was distracting from the stained glass effect that I added. So I just added it over here next to this little buffet bar area. And then I just kind of like restyled the whole buffet and just kind of gave it a fresh new look. Nothing super special. I just wanted to add in some more heavy decor as we're getting into fall and Christmas. I also just like the greenery and the green glass interacting with the big mirror frame as well as the painting. I think it just looks really nice. Oh, and then while I'm over here, I want to get started on a little haul share with you. So I found this website called thriftbooks.com, and you can find tons of really cool like coffee table books and any kind of book really for super cheap. Most of them are secondhand, but some of them are brand new and they're like much cheaper than they are, you know, elsewhere. I don't really know why, but check out thriftbooks.com because I found this little book right here. So by the way, this is an amazing candle that I'm obsessed with right now. It smells so good. It's a very refined, like Christmassy smell. So check that out. But I found this book. It's called the Los Angeles Times California Home Book, and I'm using it just to kind of like elevate my lamp here. I love the cover of it, as you probably saw in my breakfast nook, and it's just got some like really awesome old school articles as well as pictures. Like I'm actually kind of obsessed with this. I love this. This is so cool. I actually really like that a lot. This feels kind of like 80s and postmodern a bit. Not all of it is great, but here we go, making placemats. That's a really fun little DIY in here. So like, I think this is just a really cool book that's got a bunch of like really great stuff in it. And the book itself was literally like $2 and I'm very happy about it. Let me show you the other books that I picked up. Okay, we're back at my bookcase in the living room, and this is the second book that I picked up called Luna Luna. This was an amusement park that was basically hosted by a bunch of really cool 80s artists, like Keith Haring, which is probably someone that you know. Also Andre Heller, Roy Lichtenstein. Anyways, each of these artists created their own like little amusement piece, and some of them were carousels, some of them were like mirrored rooms, like this one. So it's just like a really cool book. I guess this happened like once in a lifetime, and now they've started like re-releasing it, and they have one going on in New York, I think, right now. And this is just a super cool book. And then I got this amazing book. It's so big and huge. It's the Complete Guide to Japanese Ikebana. It's like a vintage book, and it is so cool. I'm gonna go through here and try to recreate some of these and like really learn how to do Ikebana correctly now that I have some of the vases and floral frogs. I love this one. And this one's so pretty too. I love that there's like these really pretty color photos. There's so many different things in here to check out. So I will definitely try to make a video in the future if I can learn how to actually do this like the professional way. So I probably spent only a couple dollars on each book, but the one I spent the most money on was this one, even though this was very discounted. This was $28, but I think if you buy it anywhere else, it was like 50 or 60. It's Room Service by Michael McGregor, and I put one of his pieces of artwork in the breakfast nook of mine, and I looked it up, and I think it's fair use to use a piece of artwork from a coffee table book that you purchased for private appreciation. I'm not selling it. I'm not trying to get you guys to go photocopy books and not pay for it. I definitely think you should pay for art. Some people had made those comments in my breakfast nook makeover, so I just wanted to address that. But this book is amazing. I love it so much, and it's got like the best little cute drawings in it. Okay, so since we are in my living room, I wanted to show you that I did keep this leather chair and I ended up putting it on the corner of the rug here. I feel like this is kind of an interesting placement because sitting from here, I can see the front door, the breakfast nook, the dining room, the hallway, and this entire living room area. And it's just such a comfortable chair, and you guys were so adamant about keeping it. And I honestly wanted to keep it as well. I just didn't know if this is the right place, and I'm still not married to this idea. However, I decided to keep it for now, and I actually got rid of the other chair that was in here. I just put it in my partner's office for now because I think I'll still look for like a better chair than this one that I could also move around the house, considering this is very big. But I want to let you guys know I am keeping the chair for now, and I do like it. It's very comfortable to sit in, and it's easy to talk to people on the couch. And then you can kind of see here, I also have my battery powered candles back in the fireplace this year. I love this for the cozy season. It was so nice last year, and honestly, I don't have to worry about fire. So this is nice to have something just going on all the time. And then right here, I have like a big haul of stuff that I want to show you. Okay, so I went thrifting as I usually do. And I was also looking for some of those things for my thrifted table styling video. And I came across two of these like stainless steel tissue box covers. And I thought that these would be great for a thrift flip video in the future. They just have like a great structural feel to them, and they're made out of like a natural material, which is always what I'm looking for when it comes to thrift flips. And then also I have a ton of these because we have tissues all around the house. I get really bad allergies. And I have all the wood ones. And so I thought, oh, it might be kind of nice to just kind of add some chrome here and there just to kind of lighten things up and change it. So I kind of liked these a lot. Okay, I also found this beautiful watering can. And honestly, I'm kind of bummed that they put the sticker over the back because I can't really tell who made it. And I feel like if I take this sticker off, it's gonna rip this like little vintage label on the bottom, but I don't know. So I thought this was so pretty though. The shape of it is absolutely beautiful. And something like this is really nice just to water the plants in the house because it's got a really small spout. And I think I could just even still like put this on display somewhere because it's just so interesting looking. So I thought this was really, really cool find. I also picked up this cute little vintage desk lamp, and I'm not sure that I am going to use it. I might put it in my partner's office. That's like the makeover that I don't know will ever happen because that room is kind of like half storage, half the office. And so hopefully in the future we can do a office makeover. This is $5.99 though, and I think it would look great in there. And if not, I can probably resell it. It's really vintage. It's got like a super vintage plug to it and just needs a light bulb, but it works. And I really liked it. I love the little like button in the middle, so I think that's cute. You know that I love like office lamps. I also picked up this cool vintage bundt pan. I love the color of it, and it was $3.99, and I just think that I need to make a bundt cake for Thanksgiving or Christmas. I've never made one before, and I've never had one of these pans. I also thought it was like super cool as like a wall decoration, and then I was thinking, wait, hold on a second, should I use this in a DIY thrift flip and turn this into like a cool mushroom lamp? So yeah, that might be in the near future as a thrift flip video because I think this is like literally the perfect shape for it. And maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Okay, and then on Facebook Marketplace, I found this IKEA lamp for $40, and I'm not really sure if it's vintage, but I've never seen it at IKEA, and the bottom of it looks vintage, and it says made in Poland. It has some like older looking stickers on it, so I feel like it is, and the base is just like really pretty. I think I could put any type of shade on this to make it look interesting, but I think this shade is super interesting. It almost seems like this could be a pendant, so I could probably reuse the shade, and I almost feel like I could exchange the lamp in the back over there with this one. Okay, so speaking of this corner where this lamp is, I told you in my last update that I wanted to add some chrome or stainless steel, maybe some like black decor over here to just kind of like even out the tones in the room. And I do have this gigantic chrome frame that I picked up so long ago at an estate sale, I think, but I broke the glass as I moved over to this house. And so I finally got the glass replaced like over a year later. And I went through the book that I showed you last time called Private Landscapes, that has all these like really chic kind of mid-century backyards and things. And you can see I put all these like pink post-it notes on here. And I basically just like notated every page that had a cool picture that I liked. And I decided on this one. I liked this one the best just because it kind of had more of like an artistic look to it. You can't really tell, but you can see that there's like ocean in the background. And I love that. And I scanned it on my little Epson printer, and then I sent it to my local print shop, and they blew it up for me. And I am going to put it on the wall here to see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm not really too sure that I'm loving the lamp here, and I don't really like that you can see the bulbs so clearly, but I do like the art here a lot. It fills up this like wall space really nicely, and it brings in that chrome and the black that I really wanted. I definitely feel like this lamp looks so much better with this setup, so I'm just gonna leave that there for now. I do also have this pop light in the marigold color, and I really love how it's kind of just a muted greeny kind of browny yellow, and I think it would look really nice over here. So I could potentially remove the lamp and then have like the pop light over the top of the piece of art as an idea. I don't know. And we are back in my office. So I just was really wanting to be in here for a moment to share with you the light. I love the style of it, and it gives a really nice glow. And I think it's just a big upgrade from the rice paper lantern I had before. Even though I loved that one a lot and it was a fun DIY, I think this is really cool too. Other than that, I don't have a ton more updates in this room to share with you. I still need to eventually work on the bathroom in here. It's so tiny though, like I almost kind of just don't know what to do with it, / I don't want to do anything with it. And I don't even know how I would get it on camera because it's probably like 10 square feet or less. So we'll have to address that at a later time. The only other thing that happened in here is that I took the orange clock that was in here and I put it in the breakfast nook because I was going to put this one in there because I liked the coloring and the style. It's just too big. And so I think I need to find a new clock for the breakfast nook because I don't even really feel like the orange one is working. It just feels like too much orange with those pop lights in there. They're much more orange than they are red. So that's something I'm going to be looking for when I'm secondhand shopping, or I might just DIY something. I'll have to like figure it out. And then just a quick little bathroom update. I wanted to show you these towels that I picked up from IKEA. They're just like black and white striped, and I kind of liked how that looked in here. It was like a little bit more graphic. So I'm kind of just trying them out right now. I might end up returning them, but I think it's kind of interesting to have something a little bit graphic in here considering it's kind of an antique looking bathroom. And then I also picked up this one with these like abstract leaf kind of graphics on here, and it's the same color tone as the stripy ones, and I don't know if I would keep both of them. I kind of like the one on the left. However, they don't have it in like big bath sheets or bath towel sizes. So I don't know if I want to keep those in there forever, but I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. So just wanted to share that with you. But while we're in here, I wanted to show you one of my favorite things that I have been using right now. It's this Aesop exfoliant. It's called the Geranium Leaf Body Scrub. And basically, of course, during this season, we're washing our hands, hopefully a lot more than often. And it also just gets so dry in California when it's cold and just sunny all the time. So I have to kind of really exfoliate, and I love using this on my hands before I wash my hands. And then I use this really great soap that I picked up from Whole Foods, and it's super smooth and it smells amazing. And I got it in the toasted almond, and then I got 2 other scents for like December and January. And I think that these just smell amazing. And I think that Whole Foods always has some like really good hand soaps during this time of year. So you should definitely go check those out if you're near one. And speaking of keeping hydrated, I'm obsessed with this like superfood Air Whip moisture cream from Youth to the People. I put this like on my face every night, and it's super thick and it just really helps hydrate my face. And I just wanted to share those with you because I've had some people in the comments before ask about like personal things that I use. So I thought this was the right time to share a couple of those things. So on that note, I wanted to create a section in these home updates where I can address some of the things that I see coming up in the comments a lot. For example, in my bedroom makeover video, tons of people were commenting and saying, what kind of perfumes do you wear? I want to see what's inside that cabinet that you created, because I made the DIY perfume cabinet. And then in my cozy home updates video, I kind of made an aside saying, let me know if you want me to make a video about my favorite scents, because I could talk about it for hours, which I literally could. But I don't want to make my whole channel about that. So if you're watching a home update, you're probably interested in these kinds of things. So this kind of section is for that now. And today I am going to talk to you about some of my favorite scents. I mentioned 2 of my favorite candles that I'm burning right now that I absolutely highly recommend, but I also wanted to talk about like personal scents. So as a disclaimer, first of all, I spend a lot of money on scents only because it's something I absolutely love. And I've realized that buying cheap stuff doesn't last long on the skin, and sometimes just has like a really kind of flat smell. It's not complex. It's kind of like sometimes really sharp or acidy. I know that's like probably not the right way to say it, but I've noticed that when I spend more money on a brand that actually invests in their complex scents, that I get something out of it. And it lasts me for like super long time. So with all that out of the way, my first recommendation I have in my pocket here is a small bottle by Regime de Fleur. So first of all, I showed you in my last home update that I have that little cabinet where I put all my samples in, and I'm constantly buying samples like all the time because you can get little packs for like $40 or $60 and sometimes even $25 depending on the brand. And they'll give you like 6 different scents on their line, and then you can really get a good idea of what you like to wear day to day. So I picked up this like larger version of Al Decon, I think that's how you pronounce it. And this one has just like a warm, spicy, I'm going out at night. It's like going to a really nice restaurant or a club or something like that. And it just kind of smells like really velvety and rich. And it's kind of got that warm ambery smell, but it's much more spicy. Let's see, my next one is one that I've been obsessed with for a while, and I've always been obsessed with the Aesop brand. Idesis is like a really nice scent that smells kind of fresh, like you just got out of the shower, but it's got this like really woody, piney undertone or overtone. I think the undertone is more the soapy smell, and the overtone is this like piney, woody smell. It's just like very, very earthy, and I really love it so much. It's so much more different than the previous one. That one smelled more warm and spicy. This is more woody and earthy and fresh. Okay, and the last one is by Troye Sivan's brand, Soulang Yor. I got his sample pack for I think $40, and I love all of them. And it's so funny because the minute I smelled all of them, I was like, I feel like this is exactly how Troye Sivan smells. But I really, really responded to this one called 5755. This is like on the nose. The first thing that you smell is powder, which is so weird and strange. And it kind of reminds me of Coco Chanel Mademoiselle, which is something I used to wear when I was 18, which is super funny because I would literally never wear that now. And it's so powdery. And if you're any way familiar with Tom Ford's Black Orchid, the minute it kind of like settles in onto your skin, at least for me, I really got like the high notes of Black Orchid by Tom Ford. And it just kind of has like a really sweet smell to it while it's still kind of dark and musky at the same time. And this is something that I actually would buy a bigger bottle of. I swear if you bought this and you smelled it right away, you'd be like, oh my God, it smells like powder, but you'd have to like let it sit on your skin for a little while. I was really shocked, honestly, and I like it a lot and highly recommend. So if you're in any way interested in those perfumes, I will link them in the description below, but I highly recommend getting sample packs because you'll never know what something truly smells like until you wear it a few times, and you'll never really know if you even like it after a few times. So that's my little spiel on scents. Let me know if that was helpful for you guys. I know that a lot of you guys were asking. Well, I think I'm going to start decorating for Christmas now, and I'll have that in another video. That should be kind of like my version of a December update. And please let me know in the comments below if you have opinions about anything that I shared in this video. And if you want to check out anything that I have mentioned, I will link it in the description below. Other than that, make sure you subscribe, like, notification bell, all the good stuff, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.